You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into wondrous lands whose boundaries are that of the imagination. Your next stop, the Cardone Zone.
Monday Night Raw! Monday Night Raw! You know the routine! You know the routine! You know the routine! You know the routine! Yes, sir! I mean, I work on some new intro music all the time. It's like, that one you just can't beat that. Plus, nobody's gonna mess with me. You know what's up? This beautiful, hot July 28th, Monday night. Another day, another dollar, another phenomenal weekend of racing around the world. You guys know they're racing in Belgium right now for the WG, the World Grand Prix. Try to follow as much as I can, but it's so hard to follow that stuff because it like races a certain day. I have to work. Brian Baker, what's up? Yeah, we just see the highlight reels. We'll check into that later. Let them finish up. But did you guys see old Chris Haskett's out there videoing that other ski out there? Now, I was watching that, and I've been in racing for a while. If you go outside of jet ski racing, I've been in street racing, drag racing, street bike racing, you know, pretty much motorized. I've been in it, right? Just never really found my knack where, like, I love drag racing more than anything. Drag racing is probably one of my most favorite things to do. I just got to a point where it was either going to kill me or break me. So I was like, let's just step away. As most of you guys follow me in my build with my Cadillac, we're pushing almost 600 horsepower to wheels with the SUV, and I love that thing. And I sometimes catch myself saying, whoa. So what I was saying is, back in the day, and even kind of today, like, you don't just roll up in people's pits, right? Especially videoing and taking pictures and stuff like that. Like, that shit don't fly in a lot of sports, especially circle track racing and dirt track racing. Them guys, we've talked about this before, many times before. The dirt track racers do not play around, right? So watching Haskell go in there and do all that video and stuff like that and just really being up in it, mad props to you, man. Mad props. I'm just saying, in Florida, that shit wouldn't fly. But did you guys see the ski, though? I mean, it had a lot of questionable stuff on there. I don't even know what ski that was. I think that was a Hyperion or Harperion, with that Kawasaki one, whatever it is, that Japan one. I think that's what it looked like. That thing was wild. Underneath of that thing was questionable. Did you guys dual sponsors? I'm about to find that. We gotta find that video because that was, I'm just being real, man. It was pretty. I'm just saying. Let me see if I can find that. Damn it, wrong one. So tonight we're going to talk about Great Lakes Watercross had another phenomenal weekend. 122 entries, I believe I saw in there. Where's this page at? All right, here it is. Here we go. I'm trying to find this because that video, I'm with them on that one. Did they delete it? No. If you're in the chat, say what's up. I really want to show the ski because there was some shit on there that was like, You guys remember seeing? Was it on his? It was on his page, right? Or was it on? Tech is watching. Isabel, what's going on? I'm trying to find that video. Man, I know I saw it in here. All right, so there's where they're cleaning. So it was definitely well beyond that. I knew I should have saved that. Steve, did you see it in there? I know Steve probably saw it. I'm just saying, I ain't never... I mean, it was up in all kinds of people's stuff. Oh, there it is. Is that it? No. I might just have to say screw it. All the X2 guys are showing up. Briefly, yeah, in Belgium. Yep. I want, because there was something on that. I thought about it all day, and I was working, so I was like, I'll just find it later. No. Well, we might just have to get on with it. We might just have to get on with it, guys. Chat, we might just have to say screw it. If you guys find it, you'll know what I'm talking about. I can't find it, and I'm not gonna dig through all this just to find it. Whatever. All right. He posted it. I can't find it. I was on his page. I know he has. I'm not friends with him on his main page. I thought it was on his, like, the people's page, the whatever you want to call it. Anyways, whatever. They had dual sponsons on it. It was the wildest thing ever. Dual sponsons like this, inside of it like that. They had the most craziest looking V-bottom, flat bottom hull I've ever seen, and the intake grate was, dude, you could put a freaking watermelon up in that thing. Was probably the wildest thing I've ever seen. And the tray, I think the tray was only like 3 inches deep. Whatever. You could stand up guys are out of control, right? Pretty much riding an engine on the water with sponsons is pretty much what it is. It's all it is. Mad respect to stand up riders out there. Mad respect. So tonight's show. Belgian racing's going on. We're going to get some videos after that's all done. We'll touch base on that one, like we said before. But we got good news coming up. We got Great Lakes Watercross, Triple Crown, not Great Lakes, East Coast Watercross, Triple Crown, final round, Plattsburgh, this weekend, Triple Crown, double points. Whoo, man, I cannot wait for this weekend to show up. It's going to be epic. Our boy Dudek was on his page doing a live video. He's talking about some stuff, about things going into works. Remember, guys, when he hands out those letters and things you fill out talking about changes or cities and stuff like that, fill it out, man. Fill it out. Be honest with it, because it helps him grow future for the next year and events like that. It really does help out. So make sure you guys turn into that and really, focus on that one. So they're going to Plattsburgh this weekend, final round of the Triple Crown. Who's coming out with that big money? Who's coming out with that big money? Also, we've got, let's just go over here to where we're at. I believe this one right here, and we'll change it. We're going to go over here to our PDF file with our schedule. Thanks to PWC Schedules. Kirsten over there putting in the hard work. Let's see what we got here. We'll move it over. And here we go. All right. So July the 26th and 27th this past weekend was Kendallville, Indiana. Great Lakes Watercross. Like I said, I believe I got information. It was 122 entries. Another phenomenal weekend for those guys. Really putting it together. The PNW Water X Racing guys had their race prior to that one. So going into this weekend, first weekend of August, we are in August already now. School starting. Unbelievable, man. Can't believe my boy going to kindergarten already. My Michael and Giovanni. Whew. So first and third, Plattsburgh, New York, round 3, Triple Crown, final round. Whew, man, it's going to be wild. I can't wait to see what happens. Also, the same weekend, first weekend of August, is going to be Knoxville, Tennessee, American Jet Sport Association. How many people are going to be showing up to the Knoxville race? It's been some hot weather over here in the Midwest. Not Midwest, South. It's hot. It's hot. Tell me it's hot. We're not even in August yet. August usually brings the hottest weather. I mean, July usually gives us warm, but how many people are thinking about going to Knoxville, Tennessee? It's always a great site. American Jet Association guys really put on a good race. Looking interesting to see that one. Also, same weekend, Lake Oceoso, Orville, Washington, PNW Water X Racing guys. Also, the Outlaw Series, Naughty Water Racing. We still haven't updated this one. I forget what they said they're going to be. I believe that was going to be going that one. Also, the following weekend, you already know the routine. Sparks Marina, Nevada, Wild West Watercross, their final round. 98, what is it, 88 degrees in Connecticut right now. That's cool, man. That's beautiful weather. big payouts, 4-stroke runabouts. Get those big boats. Also, we were talking about Great Lakes, East Coast watercross, and I got Great Lakes in my mind because I have it up on my board. Dudek putting out that payout for the big runabout, guys. I know you guys are going out there because guess what? The next round of P1 ain't going to be until Sheboygan, Wisconsin, be round 2. So technically, all the runabout guys should already be rolling their boats up there. Should just go right on over to East Coast Watercross, get everything set up, race for some big payouts for the runabout class, go back home for a little while, fly back, and just toot-toot on over and hang out and go race P1 Aqua X. And that would be August 8th and 10th weekend. So then also the Blue Water Resort, Best of the West Watercraft Racing. Man, Best of the West has had like I haven't seen any of the racing this year. Have they so far? Did they have a round already? Let's go up. I could have swore. Where are they at? I just feel like we haven't seen anything from Best of Best. All right, so there's Best of Best. They had a race in March. So they had a race in March. We haven't heard anything from them. It's just like quiet. Looking. Yeah, one race already. That's it. Man. A1 Racing August has UIM Endurance World Championship. Lake Tobo going to be awesome. And I believe A1 Racing, our boy Bailey, are you going to be racing there also? And are you racing the Belgium right now? I mean, I'm stoked. Yeah, man. So, August. Man, ain't nothing going on in September. I'm looking forward to the Macon, Georgia race. That's going to be a good one. Clearwater, Florida. It's going to be so hot. It's going to be really hot for that race. In November, Sunset Cove Amphitheater, Boca Raton is going to be Hydro Drags. Billy's really putting in some hard work with the Hydro Drags. We're going to probably get him on one of these days because he added a whole nother list of great entries. He actually added the stock class, which is a legit stock class. Basically a tune, sponsor, and handling, and that's it. So really, if you want to get into drag racing, check it out. You don't want to spend 100 grand, 50 grand on a drag boat. That's where you should go right there. Man, pretty much we're at right there. So that's where we are with that right now. So go into it. Let's go over here and check out Great Lakes, what they had going on. They had a phenomenal weekend. Where are they at? Where are they at? So we'll go ahead and get this changed back over here. Bing, bam, boom. The one thing I'm pretty upset about is I haven't really got too many videos. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm scared. The West Coast guys love the videos. Trying to get this to where we can see it. Remember, guys, we were talking about this last week. I didn't really see too many people in the chat room say anything last week. What brings more racing to these events? Why are we showing up to the Great Lakes Watercross? Is it just your region? Are a lot of people working together and rallying up more racing? East Coast Watercross. Is it family oriented? Is it fun? It brings out the best of what we do. Wild West. Is it competition? Are we calling everyone out? Rallying everyone together to get the racing? We already know what P1 Aqua X is all about. P1 Aqua X is just about who's got the biggest cojones out there. Really, when it comes down to it. We've talked about P1 ultimately all the time. And I've been in it. I've raced it. Some days I'm like, yeah, I got the other boat. Let's just jump on the yellow one. We'll go out there. And I'm like, no, man, we're not doing that. I don't have anything to prove. I can't do it. If the course, if the endurance course wasn't so much wide open racing, right? Make it a little bit more, the wide open racing just gets lost, right? No, I'm not saying anything against it, but I've talked to a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people outside of the racing, like spectators when they see it. They really don't know what's going on because sometimes you can't hear Mikey Young because there's really no audio on the pits or in the area, or if you're right next to Mikey and there's a little bit of audio there. That's the only thing that sucks about that. Now, they have gotten some live stream better, but a lot of people are looking for racing. All they see is just like boats going by and then they don't see them for a few minutes, right? What if they made P1 a little bit more closed course endurance racing? Now, I'm not saying tighten them up, but get it a little bit. Instead of it being a 3-mile course, make it a 1-mile course, make it technical. Still make it 30 minutes plus a lap. Really could turn things up. But it really comes down to it. P1 is truly about commitment, endurance, and machine. That is truly when it comes down to it. If you're thinking about if you want to test your ability, you want to test yourself and see how far you can really go, and you think you got it, jump on that and do it. Amateur 300 class, jump on there and do it. Follow the rules, figure out what you need to do, And try not, you can't show up by yourself. You're going to need a crew. Trust me. I tried doing it by myself. I don't have the means to have a crew. It's hard. But if you're mentally strong and you can fit yourself in the gym 2 to 3 hours every day, and you can get on a spare boat and ride 2 to 3 hours wide open, 30 minutes plus a lap, get out there and do it. Mental, machine, endurance. It's a giant family and great production to showcase our sport. A1 Racing says UIM 40-minute motos and 6 motocross 3 days. And you Aquabike too, right? It's endurance runabout GP. So they got boats out there, full-blown monsters. Trust us, you need a crew or buy a ride for P1. Yes. Let's see, we'll scroll up here quick. A1, no Belgium, but yes, Lake Tobo. Isabel says, Sealy is slacking on the videos this week. Unbelievable, man. We're probably still looking for his shoes. Brian Baker says, endurance races seem badass. Hope to see more of those in the near future. Joe Muir says, sprint racing solves some of that. Now, the PWC sprint racing has tightened it up tremendously. And John Black putting together another schedule going together. I like the PWC sprint thing too, but that's a really tight. Like, so now we're splitting feathers, right? Oh, well, you said this, Bobby, but now we got this. But then you say this, we're splitting feathers, right? So if we split the hair and we complain about both sides, we just have everything, right? No, what I'm saying is the PWC sprint is awesome for your sport boats, your stand-up. It's not good for big boats. It wasn't designed for big boats. It's really dedicated to your vintage skis, your stand-up, and your sport boats. And even your sport boats are really putting in some hard work, dialing them in. I like that. It's a tight course, super tight, and there's no room for mistakes. So then that one right there with what John Block's put together has truly put together a scenario where it's all about hitting your A's and B's. Consistency, right? The consistency on the sprint course, what John Block's put together, is no fumbles, no mistakes, right? You fall off, you pull your lanyard, you're done, right? Immediately done. You've been DQ'd, right? Because there's no room for that. If you fall and you still stay on board, you've lost time and you pretty much beat yourself, right? So there's another scenario where it's time and using your mind and watching the ever-changing conditions of the water. And then the sport boats have to hit the log jump too. So I mean, it really comes down to it. It's out of control. Brian Baker says, how come P1 doesn't have a camera crew out on the boat out? There should be at least 3 cameras drone for P1. Baker, we've talked about this many times. I honestly feel like, and I love P1. I'll support them all the time. And my opinions are just me and what I've talked amongst a million people. I almost feel like they don't like having camera footage out there, because we can always go back and see things that weren't seen right, this and that, cause all kinds of conflict. But the biggest problem I can say with P1 is it is a very open environment, right? Having a crew on a boat and on the shore, it's hard, right? Because the crew has to be listening to racing, plus Mikey. Mikey has to be on point with them. It's a big production, spread out, like I said before, to a mile to 5 mile courses. And that can just be tedious. It can be a headache. But their last live stream was pretty good. So if they can just continue doing that, we'll be all right. Great Lakes Watercross. If you guys go to their page, we were on their page like this before. They've had great photos. And they were talking about one. Troy Fisher Photography right here had some good photos they were doing also. And then there was another one. Where's the other one at? Right here. Your Dropbox. If you guys go to local photographer, shared some photos from today. So Jim Spradle, if you guys go to their page, they have all of the photos from the weekend. Some really nice pictures. That one's pretty gangster right there. Beautiful X2 right there. And we've said this before, totally love the jerseys. Totally love the jerseys on a regional level. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, my sponsors and this and that. You see all this right here? Your sponsors go right there, right? I love the jerseys. I think the jerseys are right on. That's a custom jersey. Elbows out, leaning over. Focus. So we go over here. We'll see what we got. Let's see what their biggest class was. So we'll go down here to Saturday. This is their lineup. So the race lineup. So it wasn't results, just the lineup. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what their biggest class is going to be. Vintage Ski showed up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it says right there in the corner. Duh. 10 entries on Vintage Ski 550. You guys are wild with the Vintage Skis, man. 12 entries, Novice Ski Lights. Nice turnout right there. Jeremy Stein says, that's Steve Blake, John Osborne, and the banners. Daz Keel says, it's a safety boat primary and does not want to be looking after camera crew as well. True, I'm on that one too. My bad for opening a can of worms. Triple Crown rules. All right, yeah. You posted that. Tell me where you posted that again, Hotchis. I'll bring that up also. So 12 entries, Novice Ski Lights. Good one right there. Juniors, Sport. Man, nobody showed up for Sport. Burka, the Burkas, and Justin. Man. Veteran C. Scott, 9, 6. Runabout Stock showing up, but you Runabout boys should be showing up to East Coast right now. Carson, Kyle, Connor. 8 entries for Ski Lights. Runabout Lights, 5 entry. Isabella, Edward, Aubrey, Ryan Rasmussen, Madison. That's a good lineup right there. Whoo! 4-stroke C. Scott. 13 entries. There it is. Double lightning delay on Saturday, so we only go through one moto. Yeah, I seen you guys' weather got real nasty over there. Yeah, Tom, you were over there hanging out. You got me no videos, no pictures. You even talk about the rain over there. Unbelievable, Tom. 11 entries for Vintage X2. Look at that, man. I love seeing the big entry turnouts. I could have just done that one. That would have been smart. So this was the 27th. So that was Sundays. So Novice Ski Lights killing it right there. 11. It's a good looking Spark. See? Love the jerseys. Sealy. So then you go over here to they had their points system they got going on here, and we've been following this pretty good. Like we said before, I totally dig this points thing right here. It's pretty gangster. So they still got a couple more rounds going on. And if you guys remember, most of you do, and some of you don't. Some of you new guys or gals, but there used to be a real deal point system, real deal qualifying for World Finals. I believe that this is what our region should have. Like, when we have a national championship, like Great Lakes is going to have their regional point championship, right? Whatever. They have their final showdown. You know, round 12 is going to be the championship round, and that's the points, right? I honestly feel like in our regions, we should ultimately have a points chase program, right? Because going back and looking at round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, you look over here, Madison Elders has showed up every round. 53, 60, 60, 43, 60, 60, 60, 60. You know what I mean? You go back and you can see who's showing up, who's consistently putting it out there. Madison's crushing it around at 456 with 401. But then Isabella is right there with 384, and Aubrey right there with 300. So if you think about it, like, this is good point battles right here. I honestly feel like when it comes to regional level racing, to continue the growth and the competitiveness, we should be producing this for our regions. Now, I can say this. It's a lot of work. Everybody's going to be complaining, oh, Bobby, you know, you just added a whole nother level of this and that. These are the tools to continue the growth of your region, right? You've already got the program. People are showing up now. East Coast Watercross, Sean Dudex, added all kinds of new stuff to the platform, right? Now, we take it to the next level. New race sites, new payout availabilities, the Triple Crown with Zarzinski. Now, let's say he adds a points chase championship, right? And there's something at the end of it. Now, I'm not saying just have a points chase for nothing, but if you come out at the end of the points chase and you have a wholly, you know, I was grabbing something. So at the end of the race, you know, we had badass trophies. You guys remember this, right? This year was gangster, right? You have your normal trophies, and then at the end of the year, you got your points championship trophies, right? And then whatever goodies you can do, this and that, whatever, right? What I'm saying is you're adding another level to your local regional level racing, right? And it comes down to this. If you have a great solid foundation and it's crushing it, no one really has to go anywhere else to it. Now here's the next thing that could really work, because we're continuing this train of growth and we're really putting together a great plan with all the racers, all the promoters are working really well, right? Prime example, Great Lakes can have their, you know, they are their own outlaw series, but you know, if they went and talked to Sean Dudek and they talked to American Jet Sport guys and reached out to Justin James and like, hey, listen, here's our final round. We're going to take the top 10 of our champions that win, and we want to go against your top 10 champions of Texas and Dudek's top 10 of their champions. And then American Jet Sport, we want your top 10 racers, right? Now, tell me that wouldn't be a badass weekend racing. Now, you take your top 10, whatever it was, you know, you take the top 3, you take 2 of each class, right? 2 of each class of your biggest classes, turnout classes, and you guys all agree, right? Then you have that. So let's just hypothetically say we have 30 racers that are showing up on this weekend, right? Now, we can still have a North meets South shootout, open weekend, but then you have your all-star champion race weekend also, right? So you can still have everyone show up, everyone can come there, you can still have 150 entries, whatever it is, right? Everybody shows up. But then you have your all-star shootout championship round also. Just like a Triple Crown. We've thrown the Triple Crown in the middle of a weekend racing somewhere, and it's that round. It's that moto, that right there, right? That right there really drives bringing in the competitiveness and gets everyone together, right? Think about that. I know when I was racing pro watercross, I was striving for the points. When I was my first year, couldn't even get on the board. My second, third year, when I was chasing for third and second in points because I was going to all the races and I was finishing the racing, and we went to West Virginia or wherever it was. And the thing that pissed me off more than anything is people would show up for that round because it was a national championship, right? They would show up just for that round and they would get the national championship trophy. That shit pissed me off more than anything, because for me and the other 20 of us that were chasing the points, prime example like this right here, we want our points championship. We deserve the national championship because we followed the tour all the way through, and that was the final round for the points championship. That's how it should be, right? How many of you would be gun-ho? Think about that. Here, let me go back to, I'm just using this right here. Madison, Rasmussen, and Isabel, right, have been going to and Aubrey, right, have been going to all the rounds, right? All the rounds. You pick them top 2 right there. At the end of it, that would be Madison and Ryan, or Isabel if she changes and gets in there. Those 2 come out and go chase down there. This race right here would be battling hard all the way. I bet you all of them would turn up for every race, because you're given a reason for showing up and fighting. A true points chase, right? Jet Ski Republic, what's going on? Hasha says there's an IGSB points chase. The IGSBA, I've seen it, but I'm talking about a real deal local promoter chase. I think that would be awesome. Like what Great Lakes is doing with their points chase and the IGSBA points, all that stuff. But really, Ryan or Steve, we think about it, there is an IGSB point chase, but where? What is that? Where's the final destination? And what is the final outcome of it? You know what I mean? So, mad shout out to the Boats, Jamie putting together that awesome points chase right there. I really believe at the end of the day that this is going to be the next level. All right, we've been talking about this before. What do we do next? If we've already built the platform, we've already got the fundamentals going, we have the people coming, they're gobbling up everything we're giving them, what do we do next to the next level? How do we take it from our 120 average, 100 plus average, and we go to the 150 average, right? How do we go to that? What are we doing to that next level? We all want to stay, oh, money, 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 this, that, blah, blah, payouts. That ain't going to work yet. The payouts are working, but they have to show up, right? But why don't we get them showing up consistently? Then once they're consistently showing up and we've got the dedicated people, then we add that next level, because we need the consistently showing up for our sponsors to see, all right, well, this group is really putting together a kick-ass plan. They are really crushing it, right? So we take it to the next level. Anyone that continues to think outside the box, promoters, race directors, that is the movement we need. And we're doing it. You literally can see it happening. In the last 3 years, I would say I've been doing this show, see, Giovanni be 6 in September. So I've been doing this show for 5 years, right? 5 years. The first 2 years, it was all pro watercross. There wasn't anyone out there fucking with us. Nobody. Nobody. Barely World Finals was out there doing it, right? And then we started spotlighting everything. And then social media started listening to what I was talking about on the show. They started doing more social media. They started doing more promoting. They started working. Then we found out we don't have to continue going to one racer, one race promoter. We don't have to deal with that BS. Then the voice got heard. Then we had a year of everyone speaking out exactly what they wanted, and they showed exactly what they wanted. All the other promoters like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That dude just got hung out to dry. And he did, right? Buried himself. Could have listened to the mob, but didn't. Now we are in a world where the racers have spoke and the promoters are truly out here doing it for us racers. Told you, not out there for fun. They're not just out there sweating ass and dealing with all the crybaby BS and everyone jerk all this crap. No, they're not dealing for fun. It's a business. It really is. Wally Wallen says, welcome all racers in every way to camp being tent pop-up campers. Man, you're still hard up on that pop-up tent camper. They probably just don't like you. I've never heard anywhere complaining about a pop-up tent camper before except one place. I sleep in my camper. I built my trailer as a sleeper, and I'm this crying crap shit. I don't care. I'm not traveling 1,200 miles not to be able to sleep in my trailer. Steve Hodges says, my buddy showed up to Nationals and has never ridden a jet ski ever and placed second in chicken. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That shit pisses me off. That discourages future racers. Mad respect to Great Lakes. You guys are kicking ass. Love what you're doing. There's enough of you guys out there. Get the videos out, man. I've told you guys this before. Well, quick hush up this one. When you got your GoPro or your 360, whatever fun device you have, you can literally go onto your phone, especially if you have an iPhone, screen record. So you don't have to do all the uploading and all that stuff. Go through the video that you have. Once you bring it up on your app, you bring it through like Quick Pro for GoPro. I find the video, go through it, find out what I want to watch. I pause it, I push screen recorder, and I record the media. And do it right then and there. Then I stop. Then I take it to my editing, clean it all up, and then I send it. Right? That's it. You don't have to download 20 minutes of racing. You can literally chop up a 20-minute segment of racing and put it into a 3-minute quick video. Right? Without downloading anything, not doing all the bullshit. Screen record. Promise you. Make it easy. Find the highlight reels. Everyone loves the highlight reels. Trust me. It works. It really does. So Great Lakes doing a kick-ass job. Keep doing what you're doing. Can't wait to see what your next race is going to be, which is coming up, I believe. They had 2 in a row. And they were doing something with the glow-in-the-dark stuff. The balls.
Right over.
I forget what the name of it was called. Niels was talking about it. It's pretty gangster.
He's getting good at this.
You need another point.
Yeah.
Look at that yellow.
I'm gonna get it in there, Green.
Phenomenal weekend. You guys look good. Where was the course? That's what I wanted to talk about. There it is. Easy. What is it? Can we zoom in? Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. Simple, fast course. It really looks pretty course. And then the endurance was way out there. That endurance is fast. Still threw him up in the wishy-washy over here. I like the change up right here. Like, see how like this section right here, there is like, so if you guys aren't familiar with how courses are laid out, if you look at it, they're laid out in a grid, right? That's how they lay them out. That's how you can see it from the shore. You can see the grid. That's how you know everything, right? So I love when they change it up and they just make it like sporadic. I really do. I think it's crazy when it's sporadic like that. Just throw it all. What is it called? Bouncy ball? Bouncy? What is it? Big fun on the track. On that track, Drew did it himself. Course Marshal Drew did a good job on that one. I like this course. It looks fast, complicated, and fast. Fast. It looks really good. Some mad props right there. So good job on that one, guys. So let's see who we got next. All right, so we got coming up right there, Knoxville, Tennessee. American Jet Sport Association guys are going to put it together. So make sure you check out their page. Pre-registration will be open, and then they got their promo right here. What the heck? What the hell happened here? So make sure you show up. Pre-registration's open on that one. I'm excited to see what's going to go down with that one right there. Should be a good weekend right there. There's round 4. Knoxville, Tennessee. Get you some. What we got here? So P1 Aqua X. They got the next race coming up. Where did I see it? It is going to be Sheboygan. Man, that place is fast too, man. Wisconsin can turn it up. It can be fast. It's a bocce ball. Sounds like some monkey stuff. Yeah, that endurance shit looks awesome. Brian Stevens says, big fun, that track. Drew wrote up. All right, I'm trying to check up. Everyone else allows. Lamar, if then don't support them then, man. If they don't allow it, then don't support them. Fuck them. I mean, that's just, we've talked about this before. If you've already tried to communicate, here's an example. If you have a legitimate reason for a complaint or suggestion that holds you from going to a racing and they just tune you out, don't support them no more. Right? Now, I can vouch for this. Like, Dudek, Plattsburgh doesn't allow camping. New York's weird in general. New York has like these crazy rules about camping and stuff like that. And it's just, you guys have to bear with it. You guys have to work with your promoter and try to get these sites that don't allow camping, get them to work. Explain to them what the benefits are and why you show up. Like we've told you guys before, show up, leave better than how it was when you showed up. That will ensure us getting back to race sites. Stupid Ryan. So checking out Gary Holman Jr. took his first win ever, amateur 200. That kid, I told you guys before, that kid's putting in some hard work. So let's see what our standings are right now. I think that's already what we already talked about. So it's Daly, Edworthy, and Farthing. Baldwin out there doing some work. And amateur 300. So Cooper doing well. Northrup, Garrett Lofton, Yanel Fiello. And then it just falls off after that. You gotta see what the work is, bro. So that is going to be P1X Aqua X coming up. And then, of course, East Coast Watercross. We're going to be holding it down. Coming up this weekend is Plattsburgh, New York, Triple Crown. If you guys go to the page right here, our boy Dudek, we'll pick his nose for him. He was there. New shirts. Remember, guys, Dudek is putting together. Each round has their own unique shirt for the weekend. It's not like they're just playing game, the same ones, but each round have their own unique shirts for the weekend. The new Plattsburgh yellow one is pretty gangster, and that plaque is pretty cool looking. I'm not going to lie. See how East Coast Plattsburgh, all entries will receive a safety checklist. Read it prior to seeing us in the tech tent. Steino says last year they gave away awards at World Finals for national high points. So they did, Steino? Is that what they did? For the national points, they gave an award? So I retract my statement. I really didn't know because I haven't heard anything about it. That would be gangster, though, if they're doing that. They're giving away this mint ski right here. It's a raffle. Trying to think where we at. Also, you guys got to reach out to Zarzinski. They still have that sport boat full custom HX ready by Nickerson Performance. $100 ticket. Reach out to him. It'll be going live this weekend. Raffled off. Probably gonna be Friday, the last day. What's it say? New to the sport, not quite ready to race. Join us Friday for practice. August 1st, 1 to 5, Plattsburgh City Beach. I love practice on Fridays. Love it. Makes you want to get there early, opens the track up, and gets you out there. I love having Friday practice. Really puts it together. Pretty awesome. And then here's our payout right here. He's bringing it out again to go in. Guaranteed cash back. We're offering 100% payout of entry fees for the Pro-Am Runabout 4-stroke class. Payouts to top 3 overall finishers. They got to have based on 10 racers. 10 racers. Got to get you some, man, right there. Put it together. Even if 7 are ready to go. Ah, man. Be a good race right there. Our Triple Crown coming up to right here. Big money right there. All right, so lifting rule of hitting all 3 classes or just ski GP. Where are the rules? Hotchkiss, where did you put the rules? I remember seeing them. It said just in case. Where did you put them, Hotchkiss? Is it on your page? Lots of work to set up Friday practice. It's a lot of work, but when you got an excellent crew and team putting it together, that's how it is. I'm with you guys. I'm with the promoters and the crew. It's a lot of work. I really am. Todd posted rules on X4 page. All right, so X4 page. X4. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if it'll let me read. Here we go. Let's see what the comments are first. Let's just read the T. How come novice boats have not been getting teched? Seems unfair. Port engines aren't allowed? Baldwin. Baldwin has carbon fiber hulls, you guys. You guys all know his are all carbon fiber. They're lightweight. Didn't I see it one around there weighing boats? I could have swore I saw that. Scale issues? Oh, see? Scudder's in here. You'd really bring up the fat chick from like 30 years ago that broke the scale. Scudder always coming in there for some stuff. So let's see if we can read this. Let's see if it brings it up. All right. What do we want to talk about in the rules? Hotchkiss, you said bring it up. It's a lot of work to show up on a Friday. It's a lot of work to even show up on a Friday morning. Come on, P1 racers. Perfect practice, Lake Champlain, or something else. Isabel said talk. All right. So what do we want to talk about in the rules? What do we got? What do we want to bring up? Purpose of rule book. There is a weight. Dry weight must exceed 400 pounds. Runabout 800 limited. To be eligible for competition in runabout limited class, watercraft must meet the following criteria. Dry weight must exceed 400 pounds. For watercraft manufactured before September 1, 1998. Ooh. Well, I thought we were joking about that. Placement, we are a tow strap, lanyard, hull. Hull and deck repairs, maybe we don't know about that one. Build from modified, triple crown, crate case. Let's see what else we got here. Sponsons. Watercraft may be equipped with 2 sponsons. These may be aftermarket, modified, repositioned, or removed as long as the following are met. Overall length, 36 inches. Sponsons do not protrude more than 3.94 inches from the hull in a horizontal plane. What else? What about code of conduct? Is there any code of conduct in there? Because I know there's some foul mouths out there. Sport spec. Man, I never knew there was a rule on sport spec boats for weight. Wow. 250 pounds? Pfft. HX is done for. There's only, what, one rule for sport spec on there? Oh, come on. See how Sport Yamaha set. Oh yeah, there's no electronics. Remember? So if you have a 760 cylinder, no more Zeal. Whatever. Fucking blasters. They got all kinds of shit. You guys are allowed to run everything. I'm just looking. This is, you know, reading the rule books are so annoying. It's just a bunch of blah, 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 blah. You can't do this. But if it's in here, you can't do that. But if it doesn't say you can't, you're not supposed to. I feel like this. I don't give a shit. If the rule book said I couldn't do it and it's not mentioned I can't do it, I'm fucking doing it, right? It's not my job to do your job by policing myself on something that's what ifs, right? If you don't want me to run it, put it in the rule book. You can't do it. I hate that rule is bullshit. That rule is never used anywhere in any other sports. If it doesn't say you can't do it, then you shouldn't do it. Bullshit. If it doesn't say it's not allowed, if you don't say you are not allowed to use X, Y, and Z, I'm using X, Y, and Z because technically you didn't say I wasn't allowed not to. I'm just saying. It's the only fucking sport I've ever seen that says you have to police yourself. If it doesn't say it, then you should know you're not allowed to do it. No, bro. No. I hate that. I think that's the most lazy, incompetent rule ever. I'm doing it. I don't give a shit. I'll fight that one to the end. I don't care. So I've done a lot of racing. I've been around a lot of sports, and I'm telling you, circle track racing, they got a freaking book, right? A book. NASCAR literally roll a car into a tent and they laser scan the whole damn thing. Who was it? I forget who it was. Got DQ'd. Big money race. Won the race fair and square. Got DQ'd because he didn't have a washer. A fucking washer under one spoiler, right? A bolt. It did nothing for improvement. They literally said it did nothing to enhance the car at all. But it was missing a washer. DQ'd. Done. Whoop. See ya. There's a sound level rule of 80. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, I've seen that one too. All right. Also, like confetti. Like when they win, confetti gets all over the place. They were gonna DQ a car because the laser scanned it and it showed imperfections in the skin. So they had to wipe the whole car down and do it. We're the only sport that says if it isn't in the rule book and says you can't use it or you can use it, then you should not use it. Is there no camping at all in Plattsburgh? No camping at all, Isabel. It wasn't Tony Stewart. It was I know his name. He's been Logano. Was it Logano? No, not Logano. It was the other one. Fuck, what's his name? Oh, he's part of the Michael Jordan 2311. The other guy, the one that's the other owner. But he races enough. So he's ownership of 2311 with Mike Jordan, but he also is a sponsored racer of another company, of another team. He drives for another company. It's the wildest thing ever. Camping is right next door, though. All right. Going through it. Anywhere, there's sound levels. Yeah, I've seen that one. Lawyers. So, Isabel, if you don't know, the lawyer is what they're referring to as a rule book was made to because Scott Frazier is a lawyer. Michael Durr says, haven't seen the decibel meter out since 2000. Dude, I would legitimately... That's how petty I would be. Let's see, if I was on a ski GP, right? Like the whole sponson thing where that one got thrown away. I would literally, if I got beat, let's say I was at 7th place. I'd say, I'm protesting all these skis for sound decibels. The whole crew, all of them be deleted. All of them be done. Every single one of those ski GPs break the sound decibel. When you think about it, where's the rule? It's 86 decibels. 86 decibels is not that loud, right? Camping Plattsburgh, New York, you can book at the state park next door, just have to abide by their rules and regulations. Yeah, but you can't use your four-wheeler and you can't come in and out of that area also. You can camp there, but you can't come out. That was what the hiccup was, because people were going to camp there and they were going to take their four-wheelers and drive back and forth, but they're like, no, you're not allowed to do that. GP is higher decibel. Whatever. There's still a decibel, though. Freeman, what's going on? So that's that. So mad shout out to the guys racing this weekend. East Coast Watercross with your Triple Crown. I want to see all the videos. You guys have been slacking on videos. Legit slacking. I know there's some great racing. I mean, if Zarzinski can get me a couple videos, I know the rest of you guys can get your videos. Like, come on, man. We need to have some tea. We need tea on the show to talk smack about. I can only bring up so much shit to talk about on my own. I need input. Johnny 5 needs input. An 80s reference. Some of you guys got that one. Speaking of T, did you guys see what the app? If you guys know what the app to T is, it got the biggest cyber leak ever. People's driver's license got. And if you don't know what the T is, it's for women to complain about husbands, and you have their information, and they want to know where you're at, what you're doing, if you're talking to somebody, if you're on somewhere, if you're doing something. It's really bad. It's just a bunch of fucking haters. I'm not saying women in general. It's just a real bad problem. Leaked a ton of information. Biggest cyber leak we've seen ever. 86 decibels is like cracking a beer. Most Harleys in Florida, I would say 99% of Harleys in Florida would fail the 86 decibel. Brian Baker's Cameron Plattsburgh, New York. Okay, I read that one. I read that one. All right, what else we got? So, mad shout out to the Great Lakes Watercross. You guys are kicking ass, doing a good job. Wild West, you guys are coming up not this weekend, next weekend. Races Sparks. Oh, I know that one's gonna be good. There's big payouts at Sparks. Big payout. The state comes out with their decibel reader at the sprint car races in California, and they can shut down races. I've seen that before. Or was it with go-kart racing? They were talking about, oh no, they're doing it with the freaking Supercross now. They're doing it with the Supercross, but they're getting decibels. They have to go through a sound check before race, and they gotta go through a sound check after the race. Stupid, man. Man. I think that's it for tonight. I think that's it. I think another good night. Plattsburgh, Cumberland Bay State Park. Remember, guys, hit the bell, subscribe, share it. Try to get our subscriptions up. Everyone that reached out and got your giveaways last week, mad shout out. Best video next weekend, Monday, from This Weekend Racing. The best video or picture of the weekend of racing, we got a giveaway for you. You bring it in here, you submit it to me, we bring it on the show, we get everybody in the room, we get 30 viewers in the room, which we normally had 60 on Facebook. You guys are lazy. If you come in here, the best video, best picture of the weekend, I got a giveaway. And I know Lambert got some cool stuff to give away too. I'll figure something out. Man, got all kinds of cool stuff. Stand-up stuff. I got some stuff. Wet Jet Performance, I got some. Man, I got all kinds of stuff. I got some Bluetooth headphones for your riding. Best picture, and I'm talking racing picture, not some garbage. I want real, like caught in the moment picture. So make sure your photographers are there. So what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll do, since we got This Weekend Racing, our best one from this weekend, and then we'll go after Sparks. We'll compare them one, and then we'll do another giveaway. So we'll do a giveaway from this weekend on Monday, and then we'll battle with Sparks Weekend of Racing too. So tune in. All you gotta do is like it, subscribe, hit the bell, bling. And if I see your names on the subscription and you're part of the entry, you guys get yourself a hookup. Till then, I think that's about it. Badass moment. I want a badass moment. So make sure your photographer, if you know a photographer's coming out there, you slip them a $100 bill and say, I want you to catch the baddest picture. Well, I mean, if $100 is a lot, whatever. You slip them whatever. If he likes a six-pack, you put a six-pack in here. I want a crazy picture. Someone doing flying somersaults off a ski. Someone subbing the ski completely under the water, going around, and all you see is their eyes wide open as water going past them. Someone getting blasted with a jet pump off the shoreline, tumbling down the road. Anything. Eric Neal's passed out sleeping in his trailer, with like half asleep, something like that. Sealy with his shoe flying off. I want to see we didn't get no pictures or videos of the mug. Oh my gosh. BB, bring Corona. Freeman, intentionally cartwheeling the finish line. That would be sick. Listen, if you win the race, how about this? If you win the race, the checker flag's coming down, and somehow you manage a somersault off the ski through the finish line, and someone catches that picture, I will reach out to my sponsors and I'll make sure we get a badass prize for that one. I'll race with no hood on again. Oh man, this is freaking awesome. I'm not competing against Troy Fisher Photography. I'm just saying. Just bring it down. I mean, that to me is where it's at. I promise you guys, we are working to get the show back on track of what it was with the new platform. You guys can hit the hearts, the hundreds, whatever you want. We are building this platform back up to the Facebook level if we had it. And we are working to get back as much as we can back to you guys in community. And we're working to get our live videos, our vid chats of guests and racers. I miss having people on the show, and I definitely miss my boy Daryl, my co-host, and we're gonna get him back on too. So, like I said, the only way you can do it is hit the subscribe button, stay tuned, follow the live streams, continue sending in the badass content, and we continue driving and work with the promoters. You guys are kicking ass. All I'm doing is highlight reel and everything. So, kick ass, have fun, do what you guys keep doing. Until then, you know the routine. You know the routine. You know the routine. It is the Monday Night Raw. It is a 239. Until next time.